Hello everyone, Officer Andrew Allison here. I'm here today to talk to you about something that I believe is an important issue in our country, and that is the patriotism of the United States of America. I believe that we live in the greatest country in the world. I've been to several other countries in this world, and I can honestly say that other countries have their good points, but I believe overall the United States of America is the greatest country with the greatest people in the world. The current problems in the United States is that there seems to be a divide in this country over certain social situations, including government, race, social standing, and interaction with the police force. These differences have to be set aside so that this country can come together once again and thrive as the greatest nation in the world. It is time for a change. The biggest issue I see in today's world is the divide over the government and the criticism of our current government, more specifically the President of the United States. I believe that we need to be more supportive of our government and our President, who we have elected as the people of the United States. Our current judicial and governmental standards have been established by ourselves and our forefathers. All of our representatives have been elected by the people, and the President himself has been elected by the people or the Electoral College, which is a system put in place by the vote of the people. So once again, the issue with the government and the President is an issue that we, as the people, have created on ourselves. Lazy voting and inattention to detail when electing our government officials has led to problems that we perceive in our government system. These things can be avoided by the people of the United States being more educated, being more versed on the topics of the day. We elect certain officials, we re-elect certain officials year after year, decade after decade, because that's what we're used to. These are practices that need to stop. These are practices that have led to a further distrust of the government and overall dissatisfaction with the way the country is being run. Now, more specifically to our president, Mr. Donald Trump. President Trump was elected by the Electoral College of this country, which again is the system that we elect our presidents. The difference between this president and past presidents is that there has been a tremendous amount of backlash from the election of President Trump. This is something that we as a country need to move forward from. Regardless of how President Trump has come to office or what he has done since in office, he is still the president of our nation. And whether you agree or disagree with his policies, I believe we all need to support our government and our president to be a more progressive nation. There is always a place for disagreement, for discussion. But these are things we have to do in a more formal fashion as opposed to hating our government and our president. Another issue that is faced in today's society is race relation. There has been throughout the media and modern times a divide in this country as far as race. I believe that this is an issue that has been completely fabricated by the media and various other people. In day-to-day life, I would find it very hard to believe that most people have any sort of racism or bigotry in today's society. I believe that what we need to do is come together as a country and as a nation, not as a race or as a class, but come together as Americans. This is an issue that has been played up and trumped over and over again because of certain things that have happened. I believe that this is so that people will watch the television and sell newspapers. This is not something that's actually happening in the world. This is something that we need to work together to eradicate. Lastly, another issue in our country has been the relation between authority and the people of this country. There has been a tremendous amount of animosity towards the law enforcement profession. I myself am a 3-year veteran of law enforcement. I have seen things from both the side of a citizen and the side of law enforcement in my day-to-day duties, and even before I was in that capacity. And I have seen many things to where there has been a shift in culture where we went from respect and obedience of authority to now there is this sense of entitlement and sense that we are going to challenge everything that comes from authority, which then turns law enforcement from being the helping force that it is and what it should be to something different, to where every stop or every interaction that they have with the public is then scrutinized and also is a stressor for that officer or law enforcement professional in their day-to-day duties. This has created a tremendous amount of conflict between law enforcement and the general public. Whether it is perceived or reality, not all police officers are bad, not all problems are stemmed from the public. There is a certain amount of blame for each side. These are things that we need to work out internally so that we as a country can evolve and move on from this. This is not something that should divide us. This is something that we as a people should get together and fix. This is something that we could easily go through. Furthermore, all of these issues are issues in our country that we have to deal with day to day, hour after hour. These are also issues that are specific to our country because we don't have the other issues that other countries may have, such as an overruling government, all kinds of other things that could be going on. We have the luxury that these are our only problems. These, in the greater scheme of things, are small problems compared to other nations in the world. But at the end of the day, when we, as Americans, are fighting each other, we are taking away from the greater goal of being one of the most free, one of the greatest nations in the world. We not only should solve our problems so that all of us are happy, but we should solve our problems to show as a model for the rest of the world on what a society should be and can be. This is a time that we should come together as one this, the greatest country in the world, the United States